Postmodernism, as far as I can see from the responses to my last video, has a very simple definition, although it's usually presented in quite confusing terms. The definition of postmodern, as I see it, is not about me, or not specifically designed for me, not custom designed. Now, it seems to me this could be solved quite simply. You could have a writing class where people would get to know each other, pair off, give out some information that would help the people in the pairs know what someone wanted from a story and write it. It seems to me that that's something I've never heard of, and yet it should be a relatively simple approach. I can see a certain amount of anger in some of the responses to the last one, which I think is based on the fact that I gave a custom-made answer to someone's question, partly shared by a couple of other commenters as well, but I didn't give a custom-made answer to other people. Well, I can't do that. It wouldn't be a custom-made answer then, would it? I mean, there's a certain level of intimacy involved, which I seemed to be was what the person was asking for, and not someone else's, theirs. I get several responses from my videos, which you can look up fairly regularly from commenters who say they got a certain thing out of watching my video, and they got some sense of intimacy from it in some cases. So in that case, you can look up and see who found one of my videos intimate at a certain point in time. But that's only a tiny fraction of all the available people, of course. I've got only half the answer to the question. The person who responds to something personally in one of my videos has the other half. And they may not want to give that, because that would be a form of intimacy that they don't want to give up. So there's a question also of the levels of depth to the question. There's a surface level, and this is the level people are given to in mass media as the presumed way you're supposed to relate to other people, and which is usually destructive. Then there's the level, a meta level beneath that, which I tried to address. So for the person who wrote the question, that would seem to be satisfactory. For other people, it wasn't. But everybody probably has a different meta level. The problem with mass destructive death propaganda, as I see it, is that people all get the same mantra that has beaten into their heads and that they repeat. So they all have the same message that isn't doing them any good, but the message underneath that would heal them is often different for different people, and you have no clue, as I don't, as the person answering, as to what needs to be said to that one person. What is the key to unlock that one person and make them more satisfied with the answer that they get? Now, in my case, I had to write my own. I just thought, well, there's nothing out there that's healthy, that's giving me the story I want. I'll write it myself. And that's still not as pleasing in some ways as having it written by somebody else. Having that full exchange of having them understand you and design something specifically for you. But there are those possibilities out there. I'm just astonished that nobody's done them before. I guess it's because you haven't really identified what the initial problem is. And it seems to me that if this is true, that you define a whole philosophical belief system that's infiltrated all these different academic disciplines as something extremely simple, just a lack of intimacy. That could be quite revolutionary to the way we teach a lot of subjects in university, in that there's just this one basic need not being addressed. So that's all I can think of for the moment, I guess. I hope that helps somebody.